Adam Gase remains top bum. He sucks. Welcome to all of you who weren't at the party already. There's hors d'oeuvres over there. They're salty as hell, and we got some.
Let's not forget the fountain of silly sauce.
Yeah, we got the fountain. We got the fondue silly sauce over there, and we also got some punch over there. It's real bitter, bitter.
Fondue. I'm not. You can't.
Your rat's up a ship on fondue.
Yeah.
My wife has been wanting to do melting pot lately. She's on this kick. She's like, that's the next date night. She's like gung ho on doing the melting pot.
Never done it. You like that?
I've only been there once. It was fine.
You just like, what do you take your meat, put it on the stick, and
Yep.
Random fryer?
Random fryer. Then they have the chocolate fountain at the end. All that type of stuff.
Hey, but question.
Yeah.
How does that go with COVID?
I think it's individual per table. It's not like you're going to a buffet chocolate fountain table. Chocolate fountain, Like you ever go to one of those Chinese buffets that has like the big, the grand dessert table?
There used to be a Chinese buffet on University.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
There's one on 441 here, 441 in Southern, and it is good. They have good hibachi in there too. It's a hibachi buffet. Woo!
Yeah. But I don't understand. When you go to like something like that, why they ration? Dude, fill up my plate.
This one I go to is very good about it. But I just buffets right now. I don't know, man. That's
No. I'm not doing buffets, but I'm feeling the same way about fondues.
Yeah.
Like sitting in a group and they dipping their little meat into the same. Like, yeah.
Give me the downside, Leroy. All right, this is really what it comes down to. Okay, I want the Dolphins to sign Le'Veon Bell purely for revenge this weekend. I think it's worth the revenge win. It's worth the revenge.
Do you understand? If we filled out a team, based on all of your petty, the team wouldn't be very good.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Okay. Le'Veon Bell on a team that doesn't run the ball well in general does what?
Well, do they not run the football well in general because of the line? We've felt good about the line, or do they not run the football well because the running backs aren't good?
It's got to be a little bit of both. It could also be the scheme. Like look, you ever notice the teams that run the ball well have creative ways of running the football? Like they just do a lot of counter stuff and fake the jet sweep, and they do things to make the run game work. Mm-hmm. And then there's other teams that run the football just to keep the other team honest. So they don't really run it for production. They run it for the sake of not throwing it 90 times a game.
Well, do you think that Le'Veon Bell is washed?
No. I wouldn't say washed, but when you say a running back in his last good year was 3 years ago, aren't you kind of saying that?
Well,
I'm not saying washed, but what I'm saying is name a running back who's had production when his last good year was 3 years ago for whatever reason.
I can't come up with one off the top of my head. The only thing
is none.
But the only thing I would say to that is he has a coach who actively never wanted him in the first place, and is probably the worst coach when it comes to utilizing his running backs over
but
a career.
I'm saying
Adrian Peterson had like 3 years off of not 3 years off of not playing, but 3 years off of like not being good, and then he would have a bounce back year.
Well, yeah, but he got hurt a couple of those years, and
the
then
1 year of suspension,
right.
But it's the same way when Le'Veon Bell didn't play at all in 2018. His choice, but he didn't play at all in 2018.
Okay.
And he had a hammy thing this year too. I think he missed it.
So basically, you're saying that I'm saying. By the way, let's back up a second. To say anybody is on the physical level of Adrian Peterson, he is the equivalent to LeBron as far as being able to do it when you're old because you're in such good shape.
Maybe so, but Le'Veon Bell he's also very versatile. Like he could do a lot of different things. He's not just a pure runner of the football.
He could do a lot of things. We haven't seen him do it in 3 years. Although I will say that 1,200 yards 1,200 total yards from the line of scrimmage would help this team tremendously.
Yeah, it would.
So I'm not going to just...
And they don't have to trade for him.
Yeah, but what do you think you're going to sign him for?
I don't know. He's getting paid a ton of money. I would think if you're Le'Veon Bell, don't you think you would just want to go where you want to go? Because remember this? This was a year ago. This was a report, a rumor out of things. It says, all things being equal, this was from Matt Verdemey. And he said, although free agency remains more than a month away, Fanside has learned that Le'Veon Bell would prefer to sign with the Miami Dolphins, all things being equal. He wants to play for the Miami Dolphins. A source with knowledge says that Bell's desire to sign with the Dolphins when free agency's tampering period ends in March 13th. This is back a year ago. The question is whether or not the Dolphins would have interest, which they probably wouldn't have because they were going into a year of tanking. So why would they have interest in signing Le'Veon Bell for a fat contract at that time? But if you can get him for peanuts, when we're sitting here when they signed Jordan Howard, he was a healthy scratch last week. Myles Gaskin, he's a late round draft pick. He's showing some stuff, but not one where I would say I wouldn't kick the tires on it to make my team better, especially, this team that's looking to, put more weapons, put more talents around Ryan Fitzpatrick, put talent around Tua Tagovailoa whenever he wants to play. I don't see the harm in it, especially if he would have a desire to play here. What's changed? Not really, other than a miserable experience with Adam Gase, and he's a lot richer.
All right. I'm not saying I would or wouldn't. I'm just saying, there's a bunch of questions that you need to ask before you just say, ooh, Le'Veon Bell, let's sign him. And you are, ooh, Le'Veon Bell, let's sign him. You're not looking at...
Because the Patriots are going to sign him, and then we're all going to be like, Belichick, genius. Why can't we ever do that move? That's what's going to happen. He's going to sign him. He's going to be behind Cam Newton. They're going to win the division, and they're going to be like, Belichick, genius. We should be the geniuses. And we can do it petty week.
You're not there where he can make, I'm just wondering if your team is in a place where he can make that much of an impact.
Why not? We just came up with a blowout.
Why not? It's not an answer.
Well, it is. It is an answer. POTP, power the petty. We roll this week. We got a chance on a soft schedule. Let's march 4th. We just took out the 49ers. Now we got bum-ass Adam Gase coming into town. We got a revenge series with Le'Veon Bell. Get him on the cheap skis, and let's kick his ass.
But what if you can't get him on the cheap skis is my point.
He come with the cheap skis. Come on,
you
bro.
You make a lot of assumptions when it comes to money.
He got $1 gazillion this year.
So what?
They just told him, go away.
What?
Go away.
So what? He got $1 gazillion. You know what he can make? $1 gazillion plus.
You think Belichick's gonna pay him? No way.
No. If now
Chiefs.
Here, let me ask you a question.
Oh, if he goes to the Chiefs, I'm gonna be so upset.
No, he won't go to the Chiefs. They got plenty of running backs. I tell you what. The Browns. They got
Still?
They got a running back out.
Because Chubb's on IR.
Chubb's on IR. Man. And you think you want to get back at the Jets or the Steelers?
The Jets.
No, dude.
You got new focus.
Why does everybody say I'm being negative?
Because I feel like
that's not a negative comment.
Nah, we're all just trying to have
that's reining you in to reality of the situation. That's not saying yay or nay.
I know, but normally, I admit, do I reach from time to time?
Time to time.
You could some could call me take Stretch Armstrong. Sure, okay, it's a reach. This isn't a reach. He's just there. He's there for the pickings. He's been tied to Miami before. He spent Leroy. He spent his entire year where he's holding out. He spent it at a Miami strip club, basically.
But here's my issue. Is that what you are doing is you're making an assumption that the Dolphins could just get him for whatever they want.
I'm making the assumption that you're throwing cold water on this because you see my eyes get bright, and anytime I get excited about a big splashy move, you're like, your immediate reaction is to push back because you want to push back on the silly sauce.
Why am I pushing back? Because I know when you get that twinkle and that smile, the next conversation is going to have little or nothing to do about football. And, ooh, I want him. Ooh, petty. he can get back at the Jets.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, like there you go. Now, what if he thinks he wants to go somewhere where he has a chance to win a ring?
Maybe that is what he wants. I don't know. You could be right. But I am connecting dots that if there were reports he wanted to be down here, we know that he spent time down here before.
Here's what the Texans are saying.
And I think he could fill a bit of a need. Robbie, does it fill a need?
Can I help you make your point?
It would.
Can I help you make your point?
Yes.
And this is how it may change a little bit for me. The Jets have to pay him $6 million. Right?
Yep.
Wherever he goes, they have to pay the difference. So if he signs with the Dolphins for a minimum, say $500,000, the Jets got to pay him 5.5. So he pretty much can go anywhere he wants to if he just wants to finish out this year.
Yeah.
The Jets are going to pick up the majority of that anyway.
Yep.
Somebody said Finn should sign for $10 to screw the Jets out of big money.
I like it.
Now, another thing you could do is since Jordan Howard was, a healthy scratch last week, you release Jordan Howard. Now maybe you eat some dead money with Jordan Howard too, but you're offsetting that by getting a super cheap Le'Veon Bell. So think about paying Jordan Howard's dead money to Le'Veon Bell. Think about it that way.
I agree.
Are you going to have dead money with Jordan Howard?
I know he signed a 2-year deal. I doubt very much of it is guaranteed. I think next year it's zero guaranteed next year. It's very little guaranteed with Jordan Howard. If they're not playing him when he's healthy, I mean that's an option they could look at.
Ooh, it says in this old report, it says the 2-time All-Pro also is trying to grow his rap career. Believes Miami would help him accomplish that. With friends and connections in the area, along with the great weather, Bell sees Miami as his preferred destination.
Now, let me ask you a question. If a football player says, I want to play for your team so I could get my rap game going, how you feeling?
I feel great about it.
Like our test
Really?
back in the day?
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Run the football all over the place. Put a dumb look on Adam Gase's face.
All right.
That's bars, Leroy. That's bars.
Wow,
Don't
that's
ever say that again.
What?
You sound ridiculous.
You down with POTP? Power of the petty?
Yeah, you know me.